Hello friends, welcome back to Epeolatry. Today's lesson will be on the rules of narration change of optative sentence. We use optative sentence to express a desire or a prayer. For example, may you be happy. It expresses a desire of the mind. May God bless you. It is a prayer. So first thing we have to know the structure of an optative sentence. So in an optative sentence we find the modal verb may at the beginning of the sentence, as you find in yes no question. So the subject is not at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so first there is the modal verb may, then there is the subject, after that there is the verb, and then there is the predicate. So in an assertive sentence we find subject, verb, predicate. If in an assertive sentence there is a modal auxiliary, the modal auxiliary come after subject and before the main verb, that means in that place. But in an yes no question the modal verb comes first, and in the same way in an optative sentence the modal verb comes first. Look at the second sentence, may God bless you. In this sentence also may comes first, and then there is God, then there is bless you. God is here the subject, bless is the verb, and you is the object. Got it? But there are few other examples where you may not find the modal verb may at the beginning. For example, look at the sentence, long live the king. It also expresses a desire of the mind, a wish that the king may live long. Okay, so here may is absent. The subject is at the end, before that the verb. So the sentence structure is not that we find in an assertive sentence, or even not that we find in this optative sentence. Remember here one thing, that here may is hidden. Okay, here may is hidden, where we find the may in an beginning of the optative sentence, we will find no problem to change the narration. But in some cases we may not find the may at the beginning of the sentence, and you have to remember that here may is hidden. Okay, look at another sentence, oh had I the wings of a bird. So it is very clearly expressing a desire, a wish, and here you also may find that may is absent, and in place of it the had is put here at the beginning of the sentence to express the desire. Okay, so first let's start to learn the rules of narration change, taking the simple example. So the first thing is here that we have to understand the context, that whether it is a prayer or it is a wish. So a short trick is that if you find God in an optative sentence, it is clearly a prayer. Okay, if you find God in the optative sentence, it is clearly a prayer, and the other optative sentence you can take as wish. So the first thing that we have to do, that we have to change the said to into wished or prayed in case of past tense. So here he said to will be changed into wished because it's a wish of mind, a desire. So in the past tense wished. Then remember the second point, which is very important. So this is the first point, that you have to change the said to into wished. Okay, the second point is very important, that is the narrative me will never come in the reported speech, never come in the indirect speech. Okay, we have already learned interrogative, narration change of interrogative sentence, imperative sentence. Everywhere we have written the narrative after the reporting verb, isn't it? But here we have to forget about it. Okay, so he said to me will be he wished. After that, linker that will come as we find in the assertive sentence. So he wished that. Then you have to think about the optative sentence in the quotation. And as we have solved the yes no question with the modal verb, the same rule will be followed here. So first we think about the subject. Who is the subject here? You. You means second person. Second person means he is the narrative. Listener. So listener is the first person. So you will be changed into first person I, as it is the subject. So we will not write me. We will write I. Then we have to think about the modal verb. Modal verb may, and as reporting verb is in the past tense, we have to change may to its past tense, that is might. Then come the main verb be, and then there is the predicate happy. So the answer is he wished that I might be happy. Got it? Now look at the second example. So as in the optative sentence we find God, that means said to will be changed into prayed. So we will write the old man prayed. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to forget about the narrative here. Okay, then the linker that will come. After that, the same method will be followed. So who will come first? The subject. Who is the subject here? Obviously God. Then will be the past tense of the modal verb might. After that, main verb, and then comes at the end is the object. Who is the object? You. You means second person, that means listener or narrative. She is, her means third person. So you will change into her. As you is here object, we will use the object form of the third person, feminine gender, her. So the answer is the old man prayed that God might bless her. Got it? Now think about this sentence. They said, "Long live the king." So first thing is clear, the clear wish. So we'll write they wished. Then the linker that will come. After that, we have to remember that may is hidden here. That means the sentence is may the king live long. Try to understand it. Here may is hidden and the sentence should be, may should be in the first position. After that the subject with the subject, the king, then the verb live, after that the long. Okay, so now try to change it into an indirect speech. So who will come first? Everywhere the subject. So who is the subject here? The king. After that who? The modal verb, because may is actually present here. So we will have to write might. He wished that the king might. After that the main verb live and then long. So the answer is they wish that the king might live long. Got it? Now look at the last example. The girl said, "Oh, had I the wings of a bird." It is very different from these three examples. So first thing is that here the optative sentence is a desire. So here said should be changed into wished. So it's a wish. So the girl wished. After that linker that will come. Then remember that O is no need to be present in the indirect speech because it's an interjection and it just used here to suggest the strongness, the intensity of the desire. Okay, the girl wished that. We are thinking about the subject. Who is the subject? I means first person, narrator means the girl, so we will write here she. Here is also the modal verb is hidden. So here the modal verb may be, can or may. Okay, so we can write the past tense she could or she might. Okay, then the main verb is had. We will write the present tense because main verb is following the modal verb, so we will have to write the present tense of the main verb. So the girl wished that she could have or she might have the wings of a bird. Got it? So try to simplify the things. Wherever you find that there are no modal verb at the beginning of an optative sentence, you will have to remember that the modal verb is actually present but it is hidden. Okay, so while changing it into the indirect speech, first thing you have to change the reporting verb wished or prayed, then the linker that will come. And remember, in any case the narrative, the listener will not be in the indirect speech. After that we have to think about the subject. Then whether the modal verb is present or not, we have to write might in the past if the modal verb is in the past, reporting verb is in the past tense. We have to write might, then the main verb, then the predicate. Clear? So that not the end here. There are some other optative sentence also. For example, good morning, goodbye. Okay, so first look at the sentence good morning. It's a wish. There are some other wish, other types of sentence like good morning, good afternoon, happy new year, happy birthday. All these are wish. So while changing the narration of this kind of optative sentence, the first thing we have to do is we have to change the reporting verb into wished. He wished. Then remember one thing, few minutes before I have told you that the narrative will never appear in the indirect speech of optative sentence. But in case of this kind of optative sentence, the narrative will come here. So he said to me will be he wished me. Got it? Then there is need of no linker. No linker will come here. Okay, we have to write down the wish. Good morning. Okay, so no linker is needed here to replace the double quotation. So the answer is he wished me good morning. Clear? Now think another sentence. Here it is said that he said happy birthday my friend. How will you solve it? So here you find that it's a wish. So he said will be changed into he wished. Then in the quotation you will find my friend. So who is my friend? My friend is actually the narrative, isn't it? My friend is narrative. So we can solve it in two ways. The first is we can take the my friend out here. in place of the narrative. So here my friend, my means here first person, that means he is the narrator. Okay, so my will be changed into third person. Third person, he, it will be his. So he wished his friend. Okay, then no linker is needed here. We will write only happy birthday. So what is the answer here? He wished his friend happy birthday. We can solve it in another way. That is, he wished. Okay, he said will be changed into he wished. Then we know that no linker is needed here. So what will we write? He wished happy birthday. And then we will have to write he wished happy birthday to his friend. So when we are changing to direct to indirect, to know that we have to change the pronoun. So according to the rule, my will be changed into his and to will come. He wished happy birthday to his friend. Got it? Now goodbye, it's not a wish. Okay, goodbye, and there are some others like good night, farewell. If you find these three, goodbye, good night and farewell, remember that the reporting verb will be changed into bed. So it will be he bed. Okay, then you have to think that my friend is the here narrative. So you can take him out as my means here first person. So it will be changed into the person of the narrator. Narrator is third person. It will be changed his friend. You can take his friend here, or you can kept it at the end to his friend, as we have solved just now. So you can write he bade his friend goodbye, or he bade goodbye to his friend. Okay, so both are right. Both are right. You can solve in either of the way as you wish. Clear? Just remember one thing, that whenever you find goodbye, good night and farewell, okay, these three words, goodbye, good night and farewell, for these three words the reporting verb will be changed into bed and not wish. And whenever you find good morning, good afternoon, happy new year, happy birthday, you can all their wish, good wish, we know that. So you can change, you should change the reporting verb into wish. And whenever you find the narrative in the quotation in this way, you can take him out in this way, or you can keep him at the end in this form, to his friend. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.